Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, along with my brother Brent, we're looking at the newest videos just into us, and right now we're scratching our heads over here. It's a little bit off at a distance, but I'm gonna get a close-up right now and let this thing roll in real time. Watch. All right, let's roll this once again. We see this object off at quite of a distance. I thought it could have been a car at the other end of this river or lake, but after closer inspection, this thing, it's hovering up in the sky with no means of propulsion. It seems that it's illuminated in some kind of, paranormal way. I'm not exactly sure what we're looking at, but it's unidentified and it's flying, Brent.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I thought the same thing. Could this be some sort of vehicle and it's on a road and maybe it's just being hit by the sun, creating this kind of illuminated craft? So it appears, I'm not sure. I don't see a reflection upon the lake itself. So I'm not sure if it's hovering above the lake, but it does seem to be right there, just kind of drifting along on this course. And it does look like this, this bright disc-like metallic object. It's certainly weird and out of place. What is this thing?
So at this point, it seems to kind of slow down and then change directions, basically going back to the place it came from. And again, it seems to be in front of the trees. I noticed that, Brent. No reflection of this object onto the water itself. It could be just really close there to the tree line. But guys, we want to get your thoughts in this live premiere. It's good to be with everybody from around the world. We're broadcasting from the Hollywood Hills at the moment. Now we've got more videos just into third phase, and guys, it's really fun to be with you and going over this great stuff. Now take a look at this. All right, let's roll this once again. We see this object in the sky. The cameraman actually notices the orb on the bottom as well. At first, I thought this object could have been Starlink, but then again, I'm rolling it out. These satellites are kind of separated. This seems to be one object, kind of illuminated right at the front of this. Almost looks like a comet, but it's not. Brent, what do you make of this? And then there's that little orb that's kind of right underneath and on top of it at the same time. Two orbs in this illuminated object.
Yeah, this one's pretty wild. I like it because you can see this cigar-shaped UFO. It has this kind of a purplish, bluish hue to it, and like you said, it has that point right at the left side of this craft that has this kind of brighter emulsion to it. Pretty cool stuff. These orbs, we're seeing them everywhere next to drones. We just shared a video last week of a helicopter in pursuit of an orb just floating in the sky, and this helicopter was chasing it. Looking at this though, I don't know what kind of craft this is. We don't see any wings. It doesn't look like your typical drone. Could it be Starlink? I don't think so, because of the color and just the pattern of this craft itself. It doesn't really call out Starlink to me. I'm looking at this. It kind of reminds me of those biolumineted fish or creatures that live underneath the oceans, and it has this just biological vibe. And some people speculate, and it's very possible that some of these unknown objects that we're looking at are biological in nature. They're living things. I'm not sure if that's the case here, but then again, it's just we don't know what it is. And again, we're trying to figure out the size of this. And you see the cameraman pull back. This thing's way up there. Is it in outer space? Is it within our atmosphere? It's really hard to tell, but whatever it is, it's big, in my opinion. Again, it's just hard to judge. Guys, you let us know in this live premiere in the comments on how large this thing is and what's up with these plasmic orbs that are surrounding it. We have two caught in this video. Now, once again, we've got a lot of videos in this episode. We just, it comes in real quick and we want to give it to you in real time. That's what we do best here at Third Phase. So let's roll the next video that has just come in. And guys, again, we don't know what we're looking at. We're just asking the questions. Why now?
To me, doing 80, what would they look like? Oh, yo, what is that? Who can see that? It's gonna fly by. That's not a bird. That's not a plane. I don't know, it might be moving too slow to be the space station. Does it go straight? What the hell was that? That's...
All right, we're gonna roll this once again. The amateur astronomer just out there looking at the moon, and it's I think a full moon tonight. And this was just captured within the past 24 hours of this object that comes into screen unbeknownst to the camera person. Then he gets excited and starts to track it. Again, this is, in my opinion, not a bird or an airplane. Whatever we're looking at, it's out there. And he was wondering if it could have been the space station or not. I don't think so, but it's something quite large and again, unknown object. Brent, what do you make of this? Something anomalous or something extraordinary?
Yeah, this is some pretty badass footage. I like it. He's questioning himself. He's saying, yeah, could this be the International Space Station? I've seen it go in front of the moon, and it doesn't look like this. This looks entirely different. Hey, tonight, everybody, the full moon's out. We've been getting a lot of videos of UFOs just right around the surrounding moon area. It seems to be activating, and maybe go out there tonight and take a look, because you might capture something. Right now, we're looking at something anomalous. It's way up there. Could this be in space or some far out satellite that's drifting in front of the moon, and that's why he's capturing it? I'm not sure. I wish it did some sort of banking angle to give me this kind of more this UFO aspect of the like, whoa, what is that? But we're still looking at something unidentified, and that's the best part.
This kind of takes me back to, everybody remembered him, Bruce Seasall. He passed away months ago, but I think this one would have caught his interest. He was having his eye on the moon, and he captured extraordinary UFOs constantly. So, guys, what are we looking at here? Satellite? Some kind of a object not from our solar system? Guys, we want to get your thoughts. Now, again, a lot of videos coming in tonight, and we wanted to get your thoughts on this coming in from China. This could be looking like the false flag invasion kind of scenario here. a swarm of tens of thousands of drones in the sky over China, and basically they're mimicking what looks to be some kind of massive flying saucer in the sky, and it's an impressive event going on over there.
Yeah, Blake, this is some pretty incredible footage right here. We're looking at a display that China has just launched and shared to the world of their capabilities of creating these drone, displays in the sky. I think this is probably the biggest one I've ever seen in my life. This definitely could be used in some sort of, deception, some sort of false flag. And China's kind of just unveiled new technology of a sort that's showcasing this kind of event that would leave some sort of nation or country stunned if this just happened over their skies and they didn't know what it was. They would think they were basically being invaded. Is this the new way of kind of doing this soft disclosure and some sort of a major false flag event? Who knows?
Yeah, it kind of resembles Project Bluebeam, but it's not using the holographic technology that still is yet to be shared with the public. This is a drone show, but the mother of all drone shows that I've ever seen. I think, again, this is probably a world record that we're looking at here, and the absolute superiority of the skies, of the technology of the drone, as we call it, is very, very high in China's assets. And I think we're receiving some of those during these recent sightings in New Jersey. Maybe it's coming in from China, maybe it's coming in from inner Earth. I don't know. But all I know is that China has been implicated in this drone warfare, and I think they're the masters of it. Obviously, we're looking at something that's quite impressive. And could you imagine if they were to do this unsuspecting to people down below in major cities and call it an invasion? People would basically believe it, because we're looking at something that's definitely resembles that false flag last card statement that we've heard before. And this is maybe the last end game that we're in. I think we're in the end game times of disclosure, and a lot of things are wrapping up right now with AI, medicine, propulsion, and it's all coming to a head right now in this present time and space that we all live on, this earth that we are all experiencing in real time. So once again, a lot of videos into this episode tonight. So let's get to the next one coming in right now. Take a look at this, guys.
The triangle flying sideways. No, it's not. It's a triangle flying directly forward. Wow! Oh my God! Do you see what I'm seeing?
Oh boy.
He just shot off a... Got it on tape of him doing it.
Oh wow.
They're gonna get a lot closer though. Hi, man.
Did you get all that on tape for real?
I did. I just got it.
That was something else. Cave in, there would always be a turtle there, and some substituted a turtle for what I was really saying.
Definitely possible. Okay, where'd you go this time? Did I miss you again? There you are. I see that thing, yeah. Coming right through the clouds. That was wild.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh my.
Beautiful.
That is wild. That is fucking wild. Oh my god.
Where is it?
Coming through the clouds. I can hear a slight sound, but it sounds like wind being cut.
Man, look at that thing.
Oh my god.
Dude.
These just keep coming.
Hey, what's going on, dude? What's up?
He has so many lights on the... I don't believe this. And they say... Wait till you see this one, Gabe. This one, the whole front. This time, all the lights are lit in the front, and they're not even blinking.
There's another one right there.
So what you just witnessed is basically new leaked footage of a military operation. This is military footage coming in, and it's just making the rounds right now on the internet, and they're looking at something that they can't explain. They're actually saying it looks like a pyramid flying in the night sky. They're capturing it on their night vision, and this right here when it powers up at this situation, wow, very impressive. It's still a little low quality, but I gotta say, this is really good military footage.
Yeah, what kind of craft is this? Some people might say it looks like a Tier 3B. All I know is these guys that are filming this, they're totally in shock, and they're looking at this thing as it charges up and it does this kind of this energy. You can just see it pulsate. You do see some sort of light kind of flashing. I'm not sure if that's a FAA light. It looks a little different. It just has this, I don't know, I don't think it is FAA, but it does have some sort of strobe going on there, and then this trifecta effect, which is really cool. And it seemed to just be hovering right above them as they're capturing this event. Let's see this once more again. What's your thoughts? We want to hear your comments. Leave it down there and give us your opinions, please.
Yeah, I really like the commentary between the two soldiers witnessing this event. And again, you could hear it in their voices that they know they're looking at something unexplained, something that may not be of this world. And again, it's a little low quality. I think this was shot a few years ago, but we're looking at it for the first time. Again, now it just seems to be a single plasmic orb just hovering. It's hard to make out much detail at this point of the video, but again, we just want to let it roll out. We're gonna analyze this together, guys. We see everybody in this live premiere. You're piling in from around the world. We appreciate you guys. It seems to be morphing in different shapes here. We're just looking at this, and it doesn't, I don't see any of that flashing pulsating orb anymore. Are we looking at the same object here, Brett?
I do think it's the same craft, Blake, but it seems to be, condensing itself into one kind of orb, and then it expands. That's what it looks like to me. We're seeing these kind of sparks around it, but that's just a digital fallout. It has nothing to do with anything that's in the sky. It's just kind of some artifacts of fallout. But look at this thing. It doesn't look conventional. It doesn't look like your typical aircraft, and it's just hovering. That's what makes this so strange. It's not an airplane just flying overhead. This thing's stationary.
Yeah, could you imagine seeing this with your own naked eye at night, and if you don't hear any sounds or means of propulsion, you're going to be freaking out, and these guys were. And it does kind of resemble the TR-3B. He described it as a sideways pyramid. And look at this thing rotate. Is the cameraman rotating, or is the craft actually oscillating just a little bit from left to right to left? Man, this is a really amazing sighting, and I don't see any means of manipulation. We're looking at something legitimate, and again, it has this similarity to the infamous TR-3B. Right, we got a lot more videos. Like I said, it's packed in this episode. Let's roll the next one. All right, Return of the Jellyfish, some people might call this one. And this was captured in China, and I thought I'd share it with you. It's the first time we're looking at it, and I know these smoke rings that are spotted all around the country, America especially. But this smoke ring, and this particular one just has a really cool look about it. I don't think it's anything otherworldly or paranormal, but it's a cool vibe. I could understand why people could mistake this for some kind of like biological UFO jellyfish of some sort.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. This is a classic right now. Could it be some sort of maybe volcanic activity, kind of emitting some sort of like a burst from within the earth, creating this, this kind of phenomenon known as smoke rings? Or is this man-made, or just some natural weather phenomenon at the same time? I don't know, but I think it's cool enough to share at Third Phase Moon, because we don't see these all the time. This one has this unique look to it for sure.
Yeah, it has this plume, and it's really bizarre. Another video. Watch this. Right, let's look at it again. I actually blew it up 200%. And this guy managed to capture both these objects in the same frame. I like that. You see it to the right and to the left over there, these metallic objects. In my opinion, we're looking at something that is defined. It seemingly defies the laws of physics. They're just stationary. I don't think these are balloons. They're not wavering. They're staying at a consistent distance from each other without oscillating at all. These things are basically static in the sky here.
Yeah, like they're just laid planted right there. They're not moving. That's the cool part. And they look like these spheres, or maybe even, is this a sphere, Blake? I'm not sure. Let's when we get a little closer look at it, it kind of reveals more of the shape. Here we go. There it is. And then he zooms in. Boom. Yeah, it does definitely. It looks metallic, and there are two of them. They're just right there up in the sky. These classic things, these UFOs that we call them, and we just don't know what they are. They're unidentified, and we just want to know what's in the skies, and we just want some answers.
As I'm looking at this one to the left, it seems that there's some blinking of illuminated light blinking on and off, and I'm not sure. Yeah, just very subtle. I'm not sure if that's a wing, but again, these things aren't moving. They're not helicopters either, guys. We're wanting to know what's going on. It's a mystery up there. Again, we wanted to roll these videos once again, all the videos we just saw tonight. And we're just going to let it play out. We're going to be here in the chat, and we're going to listen to what you guys have to say, and we're going to chime in. So everybody, just take a look at this and give us your thoughts, and maybe create a discussion in your home while you watch these videos.
Next to me doing 80, what would they look like? Oh, yo, what is that? Who can see that? It's gonna fly by. That's not a bird. That's not a plane. I don't know, it might be moving too slow to be the space station. Does it go straight? What the hell was that? That's...
The triangle flying sideways. Nope, it's not. It's a triangle flying directly forward. Wow! Oh my God! You see what I'm seeing? He just shot off a... on tape of him doing it.
Oh, wow.
I... They're gonna get a lot closer though. Hi, man.
Did you get all that on tape for real?
I did. I just got it.
That was something else. Cave, and there would always be a turtle there, and some substituted a turtle for whatever the city.
Definitely possible. Okay, where'd you go this time? Did I miss you again? There you are. I see that thing, yeah. Coming right through the clouds. That was wild. Oh my. That is wild. That is fucking wild. Oh my God. Coming through the clouds. I can hear a slight sound, but it sounds like wind being cut.
Man, look at that thing.
Oh my God.
Dude.
These just keep coming.
Hey, what's going on, dude? What's up?
He has so many lights on the... I don't believe this. And they say... Wait till you see this one, Gabe. This one, the whole front. This time, all the lights are lit in the front, and they're not even blinking.
There's another one right there.
它这儿冰的有点不。嗯。太有你了。 了，越来越大。你们老子看到了，谁看到了？看到是啦。我点号码的哈。
We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on Third Phase of Moon, pretty much the world's largest UFO channel. The archive is massive, and if you've captured anything amazing, upload that video to social media, copy paste that link to my email. It's in the description below. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Be safe. Blake Cousins, along with my brother Brent. We'll see you next time.